What is up, guys? Quadeca KSI here, and welcome to my first Q&A ever.
Before Quadeca would reply to KSI with a diss track that now has more than 25 million views on YouTube, before KSI would react to his diss track, and then Quadeca would react to the reaction of the video, and then KSI would reply with a diss track of his own, and then Quadeca would react to the reply diss track, all of those having a combined 30+ million views on YouTube.
With FIFA 17 close, anyone you'd like to work with that you have or not have worked with? Obviously KSI.
Before he would have his sweater absolutely roasted by hip-hop legend Twista.
I don't like how sweater fit on his body neither. It's too loose off the neck and it's hanging around the edge a little too much.
Don't worry, bro. I won't say anything about the sweater. I actually kind of like it. And I think the song was fire, so I think he just got things a little twisted. Alright, as long as you don't roast my sweater, because I specifically steamed it for this video, just for you, okay? Before he would have more than 140k followers on Instagram, close to 75k on Twitter, and close to 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube at the time of this recording. Quadeca began rapping on YouTube, but he is much more than just a YouTube rapper. He's turned his lyrical abilities into a full-blown music career that's transcended this site. But what some of you newer fans may not know is that he actually began his YouTube journey making videos about FIFA, and before that, making cover songs at 10 years old on the piano. But we're gonna go through his entire journey. This is the story of Quadeca. What's going on, good people in the comment section? My name is Jeremy Hecht. I hope you're having one heck of a day, and I'll be your host today as I take you through Quadeca's journey to fame. Here for you, of course, on Before They Were Famous. This is the show where we show you how your favorite artist made it to hopefully inspire you that you can do it too. To all of you new people watching and wondering who I am, I look into the mirror and ask myself the same question every single day, and I'm still trying to come up with the answer. But to answer your actual question, I'm the LA host for this channel, bringing you weekly content. Shout out to everyone watching at work, at school, after work, at the bus stop, and of course, my toilet gang. I've been a big fan of Quadeca's grind for a few years now, where we were actually supposed to do an interview before I ever hosted this show. So if you're watching this, Quadeca, let's sit down for a good old-fashioned conversation. Guys, be sure to follow me on Instagram to let me know who to cover next, and send this to the biggest Quadeca fan you know. But before we start, here's a trivia question for you guys watching at home. Do you know which celebrity Quadeca once wanted to be and what he wanted to do with his fame? Stick around until the end of the video to find out the answer. All right, let's get into it. Quadeca was born Benjamin Deedon on October 2nd, 2000 in California, with his heritage coming from Spain and Austria. Basically, his whole life, two things have been consistent: music and football. And not American football, European footy. That was my best attempt at an accent.
Oh, we're running, dude. That's me right there, number 4.
From 5 years old, Ben wanted to be a professional soccer player, practicing his craft on the field and through video games. Music was also always a big part of his life. As a kid, he was really inspired by rock bands and even had his own electric guitar. And he began chasing his dreams shortly afterwards, releasing YouTube videos at around the age of 10 years old. And at that time, he was uploading videos of him playing the piano and singing, and his channel didn't even have an X8 yet. It was simply Quadeca.
Felt this way before.
He was inspired by YouTube parody channels like The Key of Awesome, who made parody videos of major artists like Lady Gaga, and Ben kept working on his craft. His only goal at the time was to get to 500 views, with hopes of later reaching 100,000 views, and those parody channels are actually the reason that he became a rapper.
That's the real story, okay?
But when he was heading into middle school, he was nervous about having his original music being online and wasn't sure what other kids would think about it. So that's when he converted to making videos about FIFA on his YouTube channel under the name of Quadeca X8. He continued to make music during that time period, but on the low. He wasn't very public about it. Like J. Cole once said, if they don't know your dreams, then they can't shoot him down. But he was consistent with his FIFA-related content, uploading weekly. He made a lot of friends with soccer fans in the UK, sorry, football, and the guy lived his truth, repping a football jersey every day to school during elementary. He even had the matching Man City shorts and repped the whole thing to school one day.
And I got roasted by like the 8th graders and shit, because I was literally straight up in my uniform, like, bro, I was just going to school. So yeah, that's just something I did. I literally just wore soccer jerseys every single day.
Tough break. One of the jerseys he wore had a sponsorship from Toyota, and since he wore the jersey a lot, people actually began to call him Toyota Boy. And while he may have stopped wearing full uniforms to school, after school, he was fully committed to the game. He built his channel up to 500 subscribers after months of working on his content daily, at this point getting a couple thousand views per day. That's when he applied to join the Machinima Gaming Network.
As you may have seen from one of my YouTube live streams, I am officially a Machinima partner. Boom, yeah.
Even while he was creating FIFA content for YouTube, he was working on his bars. His early songs were parody covers.
11-year-old white kid. Here we go. We make our way into the first game. We pass it to Emmanuelson, and I don't know how to pronounce his name.
But he soon grew fascinated with lyrics, bar structures, and putting words together. He was inspired by rappers like Eminem and Immortal Technique. He would sprinkle in raps into his videos and prove that he really did have skills with writing, but was too nervous to go all out on his music career. Here's a video in 2014 he made on the NSA for a school project. He even trolled EA into retweeting a picture of his photoshopped pack.
Privacy's at jeopardy, requires little energy to find everything I've done and use that to discredit me.
In the 8th grade, Quadeca finally decided he would upload an original verse. He wrote a verse over the No Role Models instrumental by J. Cole and decided to perform it at his school talent show. The video went viral and currently has nearly 2 million views on YouTube, and I'm not gonna lie, he killed it for a little 8th grader. He's always had bars. A lot of you guys don't know that I can actually rap, and the first time I ever performed was also at a 9th grade talent show, so I feel you, Quadeca, but just don't diss me because I don't want any smoke. But Quadeca still wasn't committed to his rap dream full time, continuing to sprinkle in rap songs about FIFA into his regular rotation of video uploads, and even creating raps reviewing players in the game.
He never makes a mistake, fires long shots like bullets, his shooting's 98. Damn, look at those stats in-game, by far the most insane. He can score goals from anywhere within range.
By 2015, he had over 65,000 subscribers on his channel, and from there, he continued to grow. Finally, he began to take his rapping seriously, and freshman year of high school, he released his first album called Work in Progress. The album was released onto streaming services and it kept gaining traction. He also made his own beats at the time. But YouTube beef took him to the next level. Well, at first it was diss songs where he would rap as if he were YouTubers like Jake Paul and KSI pretending to diss each other in hypothetical battles.
I asked Erica how much you crying, she said every day, bro. I'm your fucking dad, I'll win this shit because I say so.
Then it became dissing Jake Paul for real.
So arrogant, I'm getting up on a track, there will be no comparisons. Sat down and listen, it sounds like you're sick, clear that nose, let me get you a Claritin.
And then about a year ago, Quadeca started uploading remixes and imitating rappers' flows, with his videos gaining massive views. And some of the videos, I honestly gotta say, I think he was rapping better than some of the rappers he was imitating actually rap in real life. I'm just saying.
Now I pop some first to feel at home. I'm so rich and I'm sad, I let everybody know.
But nothing would bring him more attention than his well-documented beef with KSI. Being a FIFA YouTuber, Quadeca was a big fan of KSI growing up and would watch his content after school. But KSI called Quadeca trash and insulted his music during a podcast.
Quadeca thinks he's sicker than he actually is.
I think he's really good at making...
Now I'm a little bit irritated.
Well, Quadeca took that shot personally, also seeing it as a business opportunity. So he responded like rappers do, with a track. On November 23rd, 2018, he replied to KSI with the video.
My music is planetary, your music is cemetery, ayy. Just take a look at the genes, guess it's hereditary, ayy.
The song took off right away and currently has over 25 million views. Keep in mind though, Quadeca is not new to this, he's battle tested. Back in 2014, he battled himself, acting as EA Sports on one side and coin sellers on the other side.
I made your whole platform, I made your whole living. You FIFA more like you FIFA clubs about to be missed.
His school did ban him from doing any more diss tracks.
Hello Benjamin, on behalf of the school board and administration, I regret to inform you that your online behavior has violated the student rulebook.
But he just graduated, so it's free smoke. Anybody can get it. Look out, YouTubers, rappers, whoever, stay away from dissing this man.
Had your kids, had your wife.
With the eyes on him from the KSI back and forth, he took it and ran. Quadeca has continued to drop bangers since and is only getting bigger and better. Most recently, he dropped his album called Voice Memos along with the single Volt with Sad Frosty. I really messed with that Dream I Can't Remember interlude, so shout out to that. But he still has a long way to go if he wants to reach his goal of becoming one of the wealthiest people in the world, Bill Gates.
If you could be a celebrity, who would it be and why? Well, I would be Bill Gates, and being Bill Gates, I would start a FIFA channel and then be the richest FIFA channel on forever. I would do 1 billion coin wager matches.
And there you have it, folks. There's the answer to the question from the beginning of the video. He also said in another old video that when he got to 1 million subs, he wanted to go to Hawaii, but it seems like he went there at around 150k subs, so good to see his dreams being actualized.
What is up, guys? Quadeca X8 here, and today I am in Hawaii.
As for this video, that's all I got for you. I hope you liked this, and Quadeca, just know if you react to this, I'm gonna react to you reacting to this, and I can go back and forth all day for as long as you want. So I'm looking forward to that. Dream good, live better. I hope you guys have one heck of a day, and be sure to follow me on Instagram to let me know who you want me to cover next, or in the comments down below. I'll try to respond to as many people as I can within the first hour. I'll see you there, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.